So, hello guys. Um, well, 2 weeks ago I told you that after the Go progress video I want to put up a cleanup video, but I wanted it to be funny, and so I checked the date once again and I decided to not upload it today, but for next week. So, yeah, due to the date, I want to get into a more serious thing, and what I also said 2 weeks ago probably seems very harsh or very rude to some people. So, or probably very selfish, because I said that I set up lines or boundaries, and as soon as they are crossed, that I shut down. And I told you to do the same. Why? Why do I tell you something like this? And why am I so consequent about these boundaries and, well, these very, very straight set lines? I'm starting with talking about this pandemic of narcissism we are facing right now, because this is what it is right now. And well, years ago I started thinking about why my family was different. I always knew my family was completely different from other families. It was absolutely off. And when talking to other parents, so we were in a swimming association or a group, and talking to other parents, or made me realize how much my family was different from others. And it's not that the other families were different and ours were normal, but the other way around. I mean, you grow up and you always think that your family is normal, and the way your family or your parents treat things is normal. So the last years, I did a lot of research, a lot of thinking, and I stumbled across from probably having a family that's on the spectrum, which is also pretty much possible, because Asperger's is also forwarded genetically, and it's especially in those family with engineers. And I went to university and tried to become a third generation engineer in our family. So yeah, we have a history of engineers in our family. So this wasn't too off, and many of these things I found on YouTube really helped me get along with my sensitivity issues and things like this. So probably this is a point to it. But I don't know how it even came up, but I saw a video which was talking about narcissism and these things, and it caught my interest, and I dug deeper. So I'm pretty much, well, I think I'm very good at this path, that my family is actually dealing with narcissism and the roles that are coming to this whole thing. And well, when I started my journey to look why things are going in my family the way it is, I thought about writing a book. And it was like, I came up with book titles like Whitewashing a Black Sheep or something, because I always felt like the black sheep of the family. But on the other hand, I'm getting along, yeah, more or less pretty well in the outer world, but not within the family. So it was very difficult. So no, I had to find out or to figure out that I might have been the scapegoat, the family scapegoat, and there comes a lot of things going in there. So so much to this. And well, I had to find out that people who once were in a narcissistic thing and got to know this are, yeah, they are like a moth that once knows like the candlelight is awesome, that are always returning to candlelights. I guess you know what I mean. So, but in the last years, I evolved and I became a caterpillar. And I know that candles are very, very hurtful, or narcissistic people, to get the metaphor out a little bit better. And yes, even though people of this community are super insane about purple things, butterflies and owls, these are three things I absolutely love. And I guess I'm doomed. I'm probably not a light figure, or whatever you want to call this. I'm out of this. I don't give too much about these symbolisms. So I absolutely love butterflies because they are looking absolutely nice. And they are going from flower to flower, even looking awesome there. And they are in the sunlight, not like a moth, so, or an owl, but I like owls. They have something cat-like, probably. So yeah, that's another topic. So, and purple, that's my first car was purple, and I think they started it all. So it was more like this purple, but I figured for myself that I like more the bluish purple. So this was my journey about my favorite color. Hey. Okay. So, but back to the narcissistic things and my boundaries. So, of course, the 10 Commandments say that you have to honor your parents. So I gave my parents several chances. But before I gave them their chance and the next chance, and especially the last chance they got, I had my boundaries, and I had it very, very strict, because, well, I figured out that also some of my ex-boyfriends were narcissists, and yeah, they really pushed me deep, and I was suicidal for quite some time, or for quite a few times actually. And this is nothing I really want to do. It's just that my value just vanished, and I felt like I was nothing, that I wasn't even worth the dirt on the street I was standing on. So this is how far or how deep you can actually get. And I know that this is wrong behavior, that this has nothing to do with respect. So I put up my boundaries, and nowadays, now that I've put up my boundaries, my lines, whenever someone is coming around like, oh yeah, look at me, look at me, look at me, here, 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 and well, I'm making them offers. And just for coming over for a cup of coffee, for example. And if they are not doing it, but telling you how many people are more important than you, then I'm saying, okay, have a nice life. Then you are the person I don't want to spend my time with. Because I don't need this selfishness around me anymore. So this might make me seem very arrogant, very selfish. But I have come to my point that I'm saying this is my line, and I know that I'm worth something. And if you are not even in any kind of way value what I'm doing, what I'm saying, and you're just talking over, you are just, then it's fine. So also I quit conversations. Back in the day when I was with my family, conversations where everybody wants to say his or her thing, we were getting louder and louder and louder. But this is a boundary I set myself. I'm stopping talking at all in those kind of ways because it's too loud. I don't like it. I actually hate it. And it gives me headaches when there's a group of people sitting at a table and they are all yelling at each other just to get out their point. I'm shutting in. So, and when I start some sentences, and I'm cut off every time in the middle, I'm just stop talking. You don't want to hear it? Okay. That's fine. I can listen. Probably it's interesting for me what you're saying, but well, what's the point if you don't want to hear what I'm saying? Then you are just here to talk about all your stuff I might not be interested in. Go ahead, do whatever you like. Next time I just place a doll there. Well, it's something like this. So I'm like a doll. I'm just sitting there. I probably stop listening because I can't get my point across, and this conversation is without any value. Sounds selfish, I know. But I'm just nodding. Like, yeah, well, especially nowadays, there's just this opinion and all other opinions are wrong and bad and not worth to listen to. So, and this is where for me it's enough. Okay, you don't want to listen to my point. You are not informed. You didn't do your homework. And whenever I try to help you or to tell you that you probably should look into some other statistics, some other facts, you are yelling over me. Okay, I'm good. That's your problem. I'm not here to yell at you. This is nothing I like to do. So I'm stopping talking at all. So boundaries. This is why I really have come across or to this point. So it's a straight line, and probably in a decade or two, I'm coming there that I can bend a little bit my boundary. But right now, it is set up very, very straight, and I'm very, very consequent. So, and this is something many people also think is weird. Well, consequence or facing consequences or anything in this kind of way is nothing that's really popular. So when I'm looking parents educating their kids, they're not consequent at all. So a no becomes a yes after 10 times asking. And well, no wonder that the kid is keeping asking, because it might change. Your answer might change at a certain point. And, well, I also played those games. Like, okay, if I'm not getting a yes from my mother, I'm probably going to my father and asking him. Well, they played also an awesome game. Like, I don't know, ask your father. I don't know, ask your mother. And then you are playing ping pong because nobody gave you an answer. That was also very awesome. Like, okay, I want to meet up with some friends in 30 minutes. And then you are having the ping pong game. And when the time was off, they were like, yeah, you really could meet your friends at certain times. Like, okay, I'm out of this. Just shh, be quiet. I'm out of this. But this is again the narcissistic thing. So when you're not giving me a straight answer, okay, I'm doing my own thing. If it's wrong, it doesn't matter how I'm going to do it. It's wrong anyways. So if I'm waiting for your answer, it's wrong. If I'm not waiting for your answer, it's wrong. So I'm doing what I like. So I had to learn this all together in a hard way. So another thing is, I now have to learn that I don't have to put arguments for everything I am doing. So I was so used to have discussion of every decision I'm doing. So writing, like, in my head, I always had these essays about the pro and cons and how to enact the other side. And I don't have to do this anymore. And this is something I have to learn. So, but still, when I'm having like, oh yeah, I made this decision because da 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 da, and I'm talking like, and then Andy's like, why are you telling me this? Just do it. Like, oh. So, yeah, these are things I had to learn. And what make boundaries or set really straight lines so important? It's not about selfishness. And actually, this whole thing about starting YouTube felt super weird at the beginning. Like standing in front of a camera and just talking. I mean, it's helpful that there's just a camera in front of you and no people actually directly watching you. Because when I was watched, I usually failed. So this is why I didn't do high diving for a very long time. Because whenever there's a competition, the whole people are looking at you because you are now being judged. And they all knew I could do really great jumps and I was really good. But in the competition situation, forget it. I was out. I couldn't do that. So this is why I can actually talk to camera. And I also got this feeling of I'm doing my own thing. I got my self-esteem. I got the feeling about my value, my self-valuation. So, like, I'm doing my thing. If you like it or not, yeah, you can put a thumbs up or a thumbs down. That's okay. It's giving me a feedback, kind of. But, well, just a thumbs up or down doesn't give me direct feedback. So I might do the same thing more because there were still people who said, hey, I like it. That's funny. And there will always be people that think that this is funny, while others think that this is total garbage. That's fine. This is how we actually are. People have different opinions. This is awesome. So, And people have different values and different goals. So this is to get to the video from 2 weeks ago. So, well, you have your values. You can work towards them. If this is what you really want, then work towards them. But if I don't think that this is the right path you are taking, it's very hard for me to actually support you in your way, because it's like guiding a blind person who says, I want to go to the cafe up there, and then you are walking, and then the person says, okay, let's go right and left, and you are turning with them around the block, but you saw like, I just had to cross the street once and I was there right away. But that people or that person preferred to go around a whole block to actually get there. So, okay. Sometimes you are going with them when you think, okay, I have the time anyway, and I have the energy, and it's fine. On that way, I can probably put in my letters into the post box and do certain other things. That's okay. I would have done a similar way anyway, so it's okay. I mean, the straight way. But okay, we can do this anyway. This is fine for me. But if I'm in a hurry and I just want to get stuff done, then I'm not protective or supportive in that way. I have learned to become a little bit selfish, because it's not good for your mental health if you only play the punching bag, because then, well, I learned too, or have seen too often, that I gave everything for the person and his or her dreams, and at the end I was just the garbage that was brought out and said, thanks for helping me, and now there's the door. So I'm not doing this anymore. Yeah. It still feels super weird doing this, but I know that I have to do it in terms to protect myself. Okay. I hope it wasn't too funny, this video. Yeah. It's a serious day today, even though it comes with a lot of hope. And yeah, we are getting there. And I'm very, very sure that soon, not only with Easter, but that there will be light and truth and respect will be back on this planet. I'm so sure about this, because everything that has to do with fraud, with corruption, with absolute ego, narcissistic worldviews, and is coming to light, and it's all really destroyed. It's destroying itself in a kind of way, because it's went all too extreme. So it's just a matter of time when people are sick and tired of seeing all this and saying, okay, it was nice for some time, but now I'm done. It's okay, I'm done. We're coming to that point, and we are coming to that point very, very rapidly. So it doesn't matter on what side spiritually you are standing, you are feeling this. Okay, with this, please stay healthy, please stay happy, find your path, never lose your goals, out of your sight, and treat each other with respect and love. See you in the next one. Bye bye.